A crucial part of our daily analysis routine here at thesteadytrader.com is to look at the market through the lens of performance of global assets. And, I continue to show these charts here that show us what the performance is of various assets year to date or, month to date or quarter to date over the past 3 months and so on and so forth. And it's just very clear where the performance is coming from. It is certainly, we see stocks starting to pick up. The NASDAQ 100, as I'm recording this, up, almost 9%. The S&P almost 7.5%. But you can see it's very clear there's a couple of outliers at the top that are way outperforming everything else. PPLT, for example, is an ETF that tracks the platinum price. Copper, of course, up. Uranium, we've been talking about this now for months and months and months. And what's really interesting, if you look at this just on a commodity chart or a commodity performance, it's very clear where the performance is. And it lines up with also what's happening in the stock market increasingly in that space. You can see at the very bottom, orange juice down 50%. Now I will tell you, I'll have a separate story about an orange juice trader for you guys at some point in the future. Maybe I'll make a separate YouTube video on that. But you can see some of those kind of more food-related commodities. Not all of them, but they're doing a bit worse. But it's very clear where the performance is. You can see gold, platinum, copper, silver is up at the top, and of course platinum outperforming. Now, why is this taking place? There's a lot of reasons, but one of them is that we have an insatiable demand for, many of you have heard of our case for the energy build-out. We have an insatiable demand for things like copper, platinum, really anything, uranium probably, that goes into the whole build-out of energy. And the best way to show you this in the equity market is, again, through the lens of the sectors. And if you look at the materials sector, the ETF for the materials sector is the XLB ETF. I've been showing this chart to our clients for the past week and a half or so. Thought I would make it public here as well and show you. And you can see that we've gone from a bullish trend to ultimately into early December of last year into a neutral trend, then bearish, and we're just now coming out of that neutral trend. So material stocks are starting to act a hell of a lot better. Talked about it in a video the other day as well. And we can look at, for example, stocks like Vulcan Material, ticker symbol VMC, which, again, this is not the same thing as platinum, but these are the kind of names that are closely correlated to a sustainable bid movement, asset rotation into materials, such as the precious metals that I just showed you before. So keep that in mind. We do think that there's a high likelihood of this continuation, not necessarily today or tomorrow, but through the lens of possibly years to come. And I would argue the second half of this year should be good for these assets as well. Hope it helps. See you in the next video. If this video helped you, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, you give us a thumbs up, like, and if you want to see this approach in action, you will want to join us in our Set the Market morning call, which happens at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, Monday through Thursday. Make sure you join us for that in the link down below. Again, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video.